Cookies, hello. Imagine being first. Yeah, I woke up early today, so I've already eaten. Reggie, hello. Yeah. So, another stealth hawk. This is like before technically stealth hawk done SMP stream of the week. Emphasis on technically, because there's no lore today. I'm just explaining lore. And then I'm gonna record this. I'm doing this live because why not? If anyone has questions. If anyone doesn't have questions, then yo, I'm either doing a good job. I'll probably put this up on my YouTube channel after. But yeah. I don't know. I imagine there may be some questions, especially after yesterday and Thursday. But if not, that's fine. I do have a decent amount of stuff to show. I do appreciate lore explanations. Yeah, I like doing that, especially for Stealth Hawk lore. Just because, I mean, I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but there's been teases for Jake on the Brain since, well, pretty much everything after Journey of the Center of Rufus has been built into Jake on the Brain. And we'll point out the exact moments. But first things first, I do need to trying to think, what do I show first? Yeah, and it was well done. Yeah. Now I have a few options of what I can show first. Oh wait, you know what? Because we're doing 1 second, let me get the VTuber out. I have a few options of what I can show first. Because I'm gonna let you decide this because you're the one who's probably gonna appreciate this the most here. Do you want me to start breaking down the moments, or do you want me to start showing the Jake texture back? Because I can do either. If you pick the texture pack, then that's fine. The Jake texture pack. Okay, the Jake texture pack it is. Give me a second. It's so extremely cursed. You know, Cookies, you haven't even seen the more cursed ones. If you want, I can show you some, because I made a bunch of them. Hold on, I'm opening a block bench too, because I made some more over there. To find. Yeah, give me a second. I'm just, some mobs have like different variations. We'll go into the main game now. There's more? Oh, yeah. No, honestly, there's more than what you saw. 1 second. I have a phone call. Enjoy music. I'll be right back. Sorry, it was a scam caller. I do find it quite funny. I know. Well, to be honest, most of what I did was a texture ring stuff. Yeah, damn. So enjoy this Nintendo music. I'm just opening a block bench to get the other stuff that I made. Because as you guys know, certain mobs have variations. For example, cats have variations, and I've made it for most of them. Certain mobs just I didn't change. I originally wanted to change every mob, and I'm not even joking when I said I wanted to change every mob, but I didn't, because I realized, I'm the only person who's going to canonically be seeing this. I don't need to do all that. Yeah, give me a second. I'm just loading up every my stuff. To be honest, I might, if I'm forgetting something, I will add it in. Yeah. But yeah, so we'll start with this, and then after we do all the Jake lore, or all of this, Venom. We should be good to go. Like, honestly. Yeah, I might be able to do this in this thing. All right, so yeah, this is probably gonna go about an hour. I'm not gonna don't worry, I'm not gonna break down every one of those free streams because that's a lot to do. And to be honest, it's really just subtle moments. Knight, what's up? Knight, hello. Knight, you joined the right stream. We're breaking down stealth lore. Stealth lore, everyone's favorite lore, and by everyone I mean my favorite lore. I can't remember where I did it. Did I put it in here? Textures, entity. Ah, no. Okay, that's fine. You know what? We'll just start, and when we get to the other stuff, we'll get to it. Because I'll remember what's up. I'm not old enough to remember it, but I did watch Smosh. So, as you can see, chat, this is the Jake Stealth skin. Don't worry. We're gonna show it to you in game. Well, I'm gonna show it to you in game. I will be using creative mode, but that's because I'm not on the server today. This is Jake Stealth. In case you want a full look of him. I'm pretty proud of his skin. It works really well. Keeper, hello. But yeah, so I have this entity tester map made by Evan Howell, and I know what you're thinking, chat. What the fuck? Why am I Jake Stealth? Oh, Knight. Knight, you haven't watched Jake on the Brain, have you? Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, I have a YouTube channel now. Give me a second. Anyone's wondering why I'm wearing this skin? Let me get it up. Spoil it for me. I don't care. I go insane, Knight. But I'd still recommend watching it, because honestly, it's a great stream. If anyone hasn't watched it, I'd highly recommend it's genuinely really funny. That's Jake on the Brain. But yeah, as you can see, all of these mobs, they look the same. I will say, that's weird. Why is my dashboard not saying I'm live? Cool. All of these mobs look the same. Now, I will say, most of them aren't changed. Just some of them are. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna over here. And where is, this is it. Everything is Jack. Oh, it's like when Paradox took, I don't know, but I'd still recommend watching it. All right, let's put the pack on. Now, remember, not everything is changed, but ta-da! Just a jackhead in the sky. What the fuck? Yeah, so, I will say, I didn't change everything because that is a lot of time, and realistically, I didn't even see most of these mobs. But we have Zombie Piglin Jake, because I figured since I start most of my streams in the Never, I'm probably gonna run into a Piglin, and why not? Something I didn't realize is that these Piglins, they don't even have like a singular, they only have one ear. Which I realized once I edited it, because I've done other stuff. This one's, you know, I think it's pretty good. But yeah, there genuinely was a formula for when I was making these. Originally, they were all going to be a Jake head, like a physical Jake head, but then I realized, fuck, that's a lot of work. We're going to do a Jake mask instead. So that's what we're doing. That's not changed, that's not changed. Zombie Jack! So, for Zombie Jack, I made him... I tried to make him look more washed up. And you didn't run into him during the stream, which is, I think is fine, because like honestly, he was more of a basic one. But it changes the head too, which is pretty cool. Then there's Zoglin Jack, who pretty similar to the thing. Didn't run into a Zoglin, thankfully, but just in case I did, I don't know if Rashers was going to be there. Granted, Rashers is a normal one. Bender's arguably the best boy. Dog Jack. I think everyone loves Dog Jack. Honestly, this one is personally one of my favorites. And I'm not even joking. Like, I just think this one's really good. Oh. So in this row here, not much has changed. Except for Turtle Jack. Who? Just look at him. Look at his cloak. His cloak just goes on his shell. Turtle Jack is great. And then there's Villager Jack. Now, I will say, hold on. But there's more than one Villager. Wait, are they about to make a baby? I think they're about to make a baby. So every version of every villager has a Jack base, and then you just wear their clothes. So yeah, Villager Jack. Vindicators, I didn't think I was gonna run into them. Warden, I didn't want to make the same with River Skeletons. Then there's Strider Jack. Now here's the thing about the Strider Jack. There's also a dry. There's also a cold version. Strider Jack actually looks cute. Yeah, he looks so sad though. Man, did character stuff take some very illegal powder cheeses? No, he was just very stressed tonight. Again, I'd really recommend watching the stream because it's just really good. Then there's Squid Jack, because I had to make a squid. A Squid Jack was made when I wanted to make everything. And I figured why not? Spider Jack. Spider Jack is creepy. I'm gonna be honest. This one I'm not gonna blame if you don't like Spider Jack. He's a bit of a creepy guy. Then none of these are changed here. Ah, another candidate for best Jack. Yellow Jack. This one. Oh, I'm sorry. That villager looks to try. Is that villager trying to mate with the polar bear? Yellow Jack. Yeah. Honestly, this one turned out really well. I think, at least. And I wasn't even planning for this to be seen. But hey, it was. And I think Skeleton Jack is great. But as you can see, with Skeleton Jack and Zombie Jack, those don't really have the formula of Mob Burner Jack mask. These are supposed to be like versions of Jake. I did eventually abandon this trend, but I still think it turned out pretty well. And then Piglin Jack, Piglin Brute Jack, Knight have a good lurk. So, in terms of these versions of Jack, I need to make them different. But holy crap, that's a librarian. Wait, hold on. As you can see, yeah, they changed. He's a librarian Jack now. That is still so cursed, yeah. But Piglin was honestly the easiest one to make because Piglin's heads are a different proportion. But everything else about Piglin body is the same as a player, so I can do the outer body and stuff. So I just copied my existing skin for the most part. It was Jack stuff. Yeah, I've been the ears. It's Piglin Jack, looks great. Luckily, they added Piglin heads in the 1.20 update. That added to it. I didn't even know that when I was originally making, because I started making this pack before the Battle of New Sand City. Honestly, most of this pack was done before the Battle of New Sand City. It was done before we updated 1.20. So I didn't even know this was an option. That's why Sniffer Jack isn't like here yet. Yeah. No, I made this I made this pack before I had like written so basically, right, I had written out the script for Journey of the Sinner of Rufus. I had recorded some of those flashbacks. But I have been working on this since before I even had like the concrete ideas of Pignapped and Mind Games. Like honestly, this has been worked on for a while. I mean, you can see why. You can see why. Player heads don't change, of course. Ah, Sheepjack. Now, Sheepjack is funny because Sheepjack has a bunch of wool. So I didn't want to change the wool because, well, you know, it's just the Sheepjack looks like he's wearing a bunch of stuff. But the funny thing is you can remove it and he's just a naked Sheepjack, which I think is really funny, personally. Yeah. I wish I did Ravager Jack. I mean, hey, maybe we can do a sequel. Maybe we're gonna do Jack is still on the plane in the future. I don't know. I don't actually know yet. Avengers Pig Jack, which I think is another candidate for best Jack. This one's cute. I like Pig Jack. Sequel and keeping this man insane. I don't know yet, Cookies. We still have to narrow down future lore. These two aren't changed. Panda was just because the head's a bit weird. Ah, Ocelot. Ocelot Jack. Now, I will say, I've made a version of Jack for every cat except for the one that didn't get changed. I forgot about. So, hold on. I'm trying to get the ginger one. Where's the ginger one? Where's the red? Except for those two, apparently. There it is. You get the point. All of these cats are Jackified except for that one. Now we're just gonna hear a bunch of cats now. Wait, what are they? Who's hurting the cats? Oh, the pufferfish. That's so many cats, man. I needed to do the ginger one didn't want to spawn. But yeah, Mushroom Jack. Because, you know, if I did a cow, I might as well do a mushroom. Cow Jack's over there. You can see him. Oh, yeah, honestly, that wasn't even on purpose. It was genuinely a complete accident. I didn't mean for that to happen. It was genuinely an accident. Avengers Magma Cube Jack. Magma Cube Jack genuinely was made on the day. It was made on the morning of the stream day. Because I was doing some preparation. And I realized, fuck. I run into so many magma cubes. These should really look like Jake. So I quickly just edited it and boom, Magma Cube Jack. That's why in the ending pre-act of the stream, there's no Magma Cube Jack. Because that was recorded well in advance. And this is... And I made this on the day. So in case you're wondering why Magma Cube Jack looked like normal at the end, that's why. Which I completely forgot about, but you know what? Hey, it works. Ah. Golem Jack. Golem Jack. Now, if we want to talk the most cursed one, we really have two options here. Because you could argue that Golem Jack, that this Golem Jack is the most cursed. But there's actually two designs for Golem Jack, and I did a poll in the Discord. Asking which ones people preferred. Looks like he could be a Tim Burton character. Yeah, no, you're right. But like I said, there are two versions of Golem Jack. Yeah, because I had two ideas. One, honestly, this isn't the one I preferred, but one I preferred was this one. Buff Jack. Yep. Buff Jack. This isn't in the pack of a record, it's just Golem Jack. But, you know. The general consent Jake, but he actually works out. This is what Jake looks like in real life. What are you talking about? But yeah, no. This is supposed to be in the game. This is supposed to be there. But we stuck with normal. It didn't matter because you didn't see a golem anyway. The easiest way to get to a golem would have been Oaktown. And I didn't. And the stream was already going an hour. I don't want to go that long. This is a husk, right? Husk Jack. So yeah, I made every zombie variation different. So because the normal zombie doesn't have an outer layer. This one doesn't have a cloak. Husk Jag does have a cloak, because I figure, you know what, hey, you're in the desert, you can have a cloak. And then Drown Jag, who we'll get to later, he's more bluey. But I'm trying to note if these are the same textures. Enderman Jag. Enderman Jag, I think, looks kind of spooky. Personally. Like, I like him, but he does look a bit spooky. Especially because the stripe of the outfit really works with his skin. But yeah. Fox Jack. Okay, can I... Hold on. Slash summon. Oh, I mean, you saw it in the stream. Looks like he's running a quick ass suit. Yeah, if you saw it in the stream, but we have Fox Jag here. There's also an Arctic Fox Jag, which I don't know how to spawn in here. About changing the biome, I don't know how to do that. But you've seen it in the stream. We'll be going through the stream a bit later. I'll emphasize them. I wanted to make Frog Jack, but the head's just done in a weird way. None of these are Jackified. Hoglin Jack. Because if I made all the piglins, I might as well do a Hoglin. Another decent option. Originally, he wasn't even gonna have the hat, but I figured why not. I didn't want to do the cloak, but I was getting a bit lazy. Can everyone stop trying to fuck the mobs? Drowned Jack. Now, something you'll notice about Drowned Jack is his skin is more blue than the other zombie Jack. You also notice that he's got glowing eyes because that's what all... Imagine that, running at you at full speed, yeah. You also notice that he's got glowing eyes. That's because Hoglins have Drowns have glowing eyes. But Drowned Jack, I made him more bluey because he's more washed up. And it's great. Sorry, I forgot about the giant. I actually love... Honestly, I love Drowned Jack. I wish we saw him. Dragon Jack's not made. I mean, hey, maybe in another stream. None of these are Jackified. This I wanted to, but it was too difficult. Creeper Jack. Creeper Jag is honestly the most basic one. Fuck, ads. Okay, well, in that case, whilst we do these ads, I'm gonna just do a little dance. Don't worry. I'm gonna just wait. I'll wait for your ads to be finished, and then I'll go back to talking about lore. But yeah, maybe... if I don't know if I'll do a sequel. Sir, I can still see your screen. Why? Wait, you can still see my screen? Okay. Never mind. In that case, let's go take a look at Zombie Jack. Because we've already seen normal Zombie Jack, but this is like a creme de la creme. I have questions for when these end. That's fine. Whatever questions you have, go on. Well, I can say I do like how this mod pack for Minecraft is over. I'm assuming the one you're using, right? That's good. Alright, let me know when ads are done. I really wish I had my Mind Jack again so we could tell me when his AdSenses were done. Open up the dashboard. Oh, ads are back. Okay, cool. Mind Jack was down the tree. Honestly, he did such a good job. Where were we? Drown Jack. Great. Creeper Jack, I'm not a fan of, but I'm kind of glad that he's gone. That he wasn't used. We even did this because creepers don't have out layers. So we made it look like this. Fairly cursed. Charge Creeper, of course. Cow Jack. Something that you may not notice is the udders. Well, okay, granted, you're not looking down on the cow. Hold on. Game mode. Spectator. Wait, did I remove the udders? Oh no. But I even detailed the bottom part of the cow. Not that anyone would care. Chicken Jack. Another candidate for just adorable Jack. This one's honestly great. But there's one I really do want to talk about. And it's okay, it's not this one. This is okay. This one, this is the cutest one. This is like by far, genuinely speaking, the cutest Jack. A LA Jack, honestly, I don't even think that's a question. Like Mikey, this one is genuinely adorable. And I might have to add this to the actual pack. It's genuinely adorable, and it's got the gold wings because unfortunately those are symmetrical. I'm gonna talk about you later. B, yeah. So as you saw during the stream, those are a pollinated bee too. There's also an angry bee, which is just this but red. What else? Seen a villager, cave spider Jack, pretty similar to what we saw before. And then this guy. Gas Jack. Gas Jack. This is genuinely the funniest thing. Now you notice the Gas Jack is just a head, doesn't have any floaty jangling legs. That's because that just looked really weird. One idea I had was having it be upside down and then the legs would be like the jangly bits. But I figured, nope, fuck it, I've done so much Jack stuff. People are gonna think I have a Jack obsession. I don't have a Jack obsession, I just have a lore obsession. They're two different things. But anyway, back to the Jack-Axolotls. As you can see here, we have the pink one. But we have more of them. So there's that one wasn't changed. That one's just not changed, huh? Wait, did I? Give me a second. I might have had the wrong pack in. You saw it in stream. That was an axolotl that was half red and half black. The Jack-Axolotls. It's not here right now because clearly I darn goofed. But it was there. It was supposed to be this one, but I think I messed up a little bit. But it worked in stream. That's what's important. But yeah, so that's all the mobs. And I wish I could say that was all of the texture pack. But there's actually... Wait, what's that over there? I'm gonna turn my texture pack off. Just so everyone can tell what this is. But you see these paintings? These are all the paintings in Minecraft. All of them. I'm pretty sure, at least all of them that I textured. Yeah, this is genuinely all of them. Well, I'm gonna die of embarrassment. No, you won't. You'll be fine. I scrolled through the dungeon, looking for as much art of Jack that I could find. And then I took the best candidates. And I did this. Ta-da! I try to do a balance of making one some better cell art and some better cookies art. Because I figured when cookies saw their art, they'd be like, oh my gosh. And I like making cookies die. So yeah, some of these are bangers, genuinely. You'll notice that this one isn't changed. This one specifically isn't changed. Well, there's a reasoning behind that. If you remember, this is the one in the panic room. So this is the one that Stealth sees. So, yeah. I want this one to be normal, because then it would like add to the illusion that but you know what? Hey, maybe it's not okay. Like not doing that reveal initially, but all the other ones are changed. So like I'll quickly break down some of this art. We have the I hate you art. We have me getting yelled at. Cat Boy Jack. little white paws. Then there's this one, which is like I think this one's great, but this is like this is what the pack is based off of, as you can see. We have Bomb Rush Cyberpunk Jack, which I just figured that'd be cool because it's like not even a canon game, but it'd just be great. We were robbed in stream, yeah. Well, I need to have a balance, and they only had so many paintings. So many people have paintings because we just use custom art. This version of Jack. So there's a funny story about this one. Hold on. So this was the one, which I'll get to in a bit. So this specific piece. This was from one of the pigs ones, where I played an extra. But the fun thing is via the art, the pig that he's currently threatening. Now, in the actual stream, it wasn't me. But in the art, that's supposed to be a piglin version of me. Because Cell made art of the free extras, and that was the one for me. So that's like another tiny detail. Which, again, was not intentional at the time. But when I noticed, I was like, wait, that's supposed to be me. That'd be so cool. And yeah, look at it now. Then when I saw it, and so I made sure that one had to have been seen in like Keevan's house. Because that would be panic, because sure, it's not actually me, but you know, it adds to the whole Easter egg. Because I mentioned before, I was originally supposed to be an actual piglin, not the birth defect one that I am now. Then we have this cookies art of Jack. Honestly, this is great. I just want to have cookies art in, and I couldn't. Those are the main pieces of Jake art that I found from cookies. Then there's this. Ooh. This one's spicy. This one's real spicy. And this is from the tournament? Yeah. I wanted to make sure I got art that would theoretically stress out stuff. And he witnessed these two happen. This would confuse him. But I feel like I did a good job. Anyway. We go over here. Yeah, this is just the same art. But as you can see, I changed every painting. Like, genuinely speaking, every painting was Jackified. Except for, like, one. So the funny thing is... So, we'll start with the teasers now. Give me a second. Just big ass art, yeah. Let me go into Pignapped and get to the point. Where it is. I'm gonna turn the music off for now. Then we're gonna go over here. That's the wrong one. All right. You should be able to watch the stream. Yes. So you remember when everyone said, huh? What do you mean? It's just a skeleton. Well, if we turn this pack off. What is it? It's a skeleton. Dun dun dun. Oh, yes, Cookies, you didn't notice. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan, Cookies, you didn't notice. So in case anyone, and I didn't think anyone was gonna notice that, because, well, I was scared someone was, because Cookies, you pick out a lot of minor details. But I figured that you were stressed enough as is, because Gregory was kidnapped, that you would have let that slide. And you did! So great. Great planning on my part. Yeah. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, no. Like, I can't remember if I told Avro about this painting. I think I did because I wanted him to acknowledge it, kind of. Damn it, you're completely correct. Yeah, I know. I know. Exactly. I know how to work this. Cookies, I'm pretty sure I told you during Mind Games, well, before Mind Games, that there's something in Pignap I was gonna tease where the stream was going. That was what it was. It was that specific line of dialogue, which is one tiny bit of detail. But it ended up, you know, paying off. Alright, so the next thing to do is to watch some more streams. Because I've shown you all the texture pack. I've shown that to you. So now, doing some more streams. So that's all for Pignap, genuinely speaking. Because I should also say, the whole idea of Mind Jake is Stealth is just so stressed, and essentially, Gregory being kidnapped is the breaking point for his mental sanity. And that's what causes... I want to move this to the top. That's what causes him to start properly hallucinating. And it starts off very small. Like, it starts off tiny. It's like, it just starts off with that painting. And then once this happens, hold on. Once this happens, which we're just watching this stream again. So if you remember Stealth's reaction here, yeah, as you can see, Stealth wasn't too happy with that. Because like we saw in the stream, Stealth made Edward promise not to kill him, and Edward broke that promise anyway. And the idea with Stealth is, with him, he is kind of tired of just consistently murdering. Because although he hasn't directly killed everyone, he feels like he's played a part in a lot of people's deaths. For example, his father died because of him. Like, he's blaming himself. His brother actually was killed by him. He played a part in Six's death. If he didn't stop Jake sooner, then Andrew and Leon would have lost to life. And you could even argue that when he killed Jake, that didn't end well. Like, he just feels like every time he keeps playing a role in someone's life, it just doesn't go well. So he doesn't want to continue that. And he kind of feels like that Jake was responsible for that. So he tries his hardest not to be like Jake, but it didn't work. I knew it'd be a Jake descent, but I didn't know how bad it'd be. Oh, no one knew how bad it was. It's fine. But yeah, so that's that. That's all from Pignapped. The next stream to talk about, which I guess would make sense canonically, is Mind Games. The stream that happens right after. Oh, another fun thing is the music during when Evro kills the chief. That's sorry. That's the same music I used when I killed my brother. It's done by this guy called Ivan Dutch. I used that just to convey a bit of stress and maybe a sense of familiarity. I don't think anyone realized, except me, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm saying it now. But yes, the next one, Mind Games. So we're just looking at my perspective here because Sal's perspective is way longer. Hey, you made me stress. This was the plan. It was the plan. I wanted the viewers to be completely stressed watching these streams. But yeah. So in Sal's stream, well, in this stream, there's a tease at the start and there's a tease at the end. The tease at the end is much more obvious. The tease at the start, once you've seen the end, you're probably gonna get it. So we're just gonna scroll right through. I'm gonna put this in full screen actually. Let's go over there. Just gonna go up. We're just looking at the Bastion. Now, this right here, that was not in the script. That was improv at the time. But honestly, I think it worked. I was kind of scared that was going to make it too obvious. But I think it did work of just Duke being silly. Because originally, the plan was just this. Finish this whole bit. Horrendous Charms. The Charms was genuinely a very important part of this stream, and he didn't know it. Well, I think he did. I made a miskin of him wearing a Jake mask. You guys will watch this quickly. He just forgot his words there. So, the idea there is why it had to be Charms there is Charms is a goofy character. So the idea I want to convey, and I was explaining this to Charms before, why he had to wear a Jake mask if he was auditioning for Bimbo, was if Charms is wearing the Jake mask, people are gonna watch it and they're just gonna be like, dang, that's just Charms being Charms. He's being silly. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just a silly guy. But no. The idea is, because you'll notice, Cell intentionally doesn't come to this part of a bastion. But the idea is Charms wasn't actually wearing the Jake mask. Lag? Yeah, that's my bad. Wait, lag is in the stream or? Hold on, I will wait a bit. I will wait a bit for this lag. Sorry for the lag, chat. Sorry for the lag. Yeah, I'm going to wait for this lag to clear up. There's no lag on my end. That might just be you. Oh, no. Oh, the internet. Oh, okay, cool. So, back to this. But yeah, are you Psy? Fair. But yes, Charms genuinely. It was just to add to the bit, because if there's anyone else, you'd be like, okay, that's a bit suspicious, but he's silly. Honestly speaking, rather than the original plan, because so Charms was introduced in Journey. It was reintroduced in Journey of the Center of Rufus, and we weren't sure if he was going to be at housewarming. But in case he couldn't, because well, he was literally streaming right before housewarming, and I was in his chat, and he was like, yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to make it," but then he showed up anyway. The original idea I had was this was going to be his next appearance. And he was like, that would have been so good. The ad sensor when you need them. Ads. I see. Oh, you're back. Cool. See, this is his appearance. This is where he was supposed to be in my head. But it worked. And honestly, he did great. Charms, I'm gonna be honest, he probably forgot everything he was supposed to say. But hey, he's funny. He was there to look pretty and be funny, and he did both great. So the other thing you'll notice is I come back to the Bastion over here. That's generally because I was ahead of schedule and Cell hadn't arrived yet. So I just came back to do some more improv, which I told them about. I didn't tell Charms about at the time, but the other thing is, so because we have Brock's chat and Duke is a player, this is actually Leon making piglin noises. Like, he's not using a bot. This is him actually making the noises himself to add to the canon. Unfortunately, I can't add subtitles here, but yeah. Anyway, that's the signal for Cell. And now we get to the end of the stream. So if we go, I just gotta find it. So now throughout the stream, because you gotta remember, I had this pack on. And I'm gonna open up Sal's perspective. Just gonna go on YouTube. Elamina. This one. I genuinely thought it was scuffed. Of course you thought it was scuffed. That was all part of a plan, Cookies. It was all part of a plan. See, the whole idea behind the mind jack and the teasers was to make you think it was scuffed. In reality, it wasn't scuffed. It was a plan. I'm trying to get to the exact point. So as you can see, Elon Husk here is completely normal. If you go on my stream, he looks like Jake. So the original plan for Jake on the Brain was I kind of wanted someone else to be streaming at the same time so we could better differentiate it. But when I decided to wear the Jake skin, that would have made it really complicated. So we needed to have a moment where someone else was streaming so the viewer could actually see to help differentiate it. Stealth is seeing one thing, the other person isn't seeing that. So I needed to do a bit of a tease. And Stealth wanted to do a stream where she was dissecting my brain, mind games. And we figured this would be the best time to do it. Originally, the idea was a phantom, but I needed something I wanted to edit. So I remember that originally there was a Husk here. But I added him there. I called him Elon. Andrew luckily found him in his stream, which is great. And on my side of things, Elon's a Husk. But on Sal's side, a normal guy. And honestly, a whole part of a plan. You could have thought it was scuffed because a lot of people forget to update the pack, but this is all part of the plan. You will notice that canonically speaking, Elon Husk doesn't look like Husk Jack. Fine. We needed to make it abundantly clear that this is Jake. And I mean, I know this left you confused, being like, what the fuck? Is this scuffed? Did Stealth forget to just do some texture pack fuckery? No, Stealth's always on point with the texture pack. Stealth never messes up on the texture packs because he makes it. But then, of course, when we go to the end, over here, well, now I'm gonna look up for texture pack nonsense. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you recognize this music. I don't know if you recognize that music, but that is a bit of Sephiroth soundtrack from Final Fantasy. And the idea is because mine cuts to prereq, we do my stream and I raid into Cell's stream. So theoretically speaking, if you were watching both of our streams live and you started with my one, you'd be like, wait, how is Jake in the end? Did he break out of jail? What? But I would have raided into Cell's stream. And in Cell's stream, you know, if we're talking to Jake in the Cell. I never sound know where I was from. That's fair. Then I need a song about induced panic, and that was great. We wanted to confuse the viewer, and honestly, I think we did a good job there. Because again, I was talking to Luke before. We need to establish what the real event is and what the fake event is. Because if we're saying that I'm an unreliable narrator, and to avoid, but that doesn't mean that we can't remove confusion. But we have to add confusion in a way where it makes sense, and I feel like that did because we did play up on that. But yeah, I had zero faith in Sal. I don't regret it. Sorry, Sal. Yeah, you should have had more faith. Come on, Sal's not gonna let Jake out. Sal is more moral than that. I would honestly say that Sal probably is one of the more morally just people on the server. Maybe I'm wrong though. But anyway, now, there's the stream, which this whole stream was based around. That's Jake on the Brain. Now, there's one thing first, which I'm gonna point out, which no one noticed, which is completely fine, because I'm the only one who would notice this. But I want you to pay attention. Well, first things first. Pay attention to this music. That's my normal bit of Dunn SMP starring student music. Yep. Pretty normal, right? We've listened to this before. Pretty normal. And Jake on the Brain. That's different. Isn't that a bit different? It's a bit of a circusy theme. This fits so well at Slap. But do you want to know the funny thing, Cookies? I don't think anyone noticed. Remember the song? I'm just gonna keep playing it for a little bit because it is a banger. It did fit the vibe. but if we pause here and we go over here, I want you to listen again to the music. Again, focus on the music here. You did notice that. Nice. I was wondering if anyone would. Again, to add to the whole symmetry, play the same music at the start and at the end, just to add to the full circle moment. Because I wanted, again, I'ma fucking tease this before I even start lore. Originally, I was going to do this exact starting soon screen of me and the Jake skin, but honestly, I didn't know how to get to this right angle. I didn't see a point. Because I'd already done a lot of teases. It was also extremely concerning listening and oh, that's all part of the plan. But yeah, so Jake on the Brain. We're gonna cover some main bits here. So we'll start it. We'll go. So also you hinted at the start, so yeah. So as you can see, as we started the stream, Stealth thinks Jake's a ghost. Now, Stealth doesn't actually know about the lives because no one's actually told Stealth. Because Stealth thinks he's a piglin, and piglins, they don't come back. Stealth knows this. His brother's dead. His father's dead. So, the idea behind Jake on the Brain, because it'd be really funny if Stealth thinks he's being haunted by a ghost, but he's like, no. Is that he doesn't think that Jake's alive. Because he was refusing to believe that. He just genuinely thinks he's being haunted by a ghost, because that makes more sense than Jake still being alive. But I realized, because remember, I wrote this stream out basically before. I had the basic idea for this stream before Journey of Center Rufus was finalized. But I realized that since Stealth is interacting with Andrew and Leon, he saw them die. So that would have been a bit of a continuity error. But I was talking with Cell, and Cell was mentioning how, well, maybe it's the thing of Stealth actually knows that Jake can come back. Because he's realized that. He's not actually dumb. But he's realized it since Andrew came back and Leon came back. But he is so traumatized by everything that Jake has done to him that he's just refusing to... He's just refusing to believe it. He's blocking out the possibility of Jake returning, even though he knows deep down psychologically that it could happen. And that just added so much more traumatizing layers. Hardcore denial, yeah. Yeah, so I tried my hardest to try and get Jake to try and catch Jake teleporting, because basically he was just switching between game modes here. But I tried my best to try and catch it, but he was trying his best not for it to be seen. I did have a script of stuff to go through. And the idea, but Jake was just mostly improv. This is a fun moment. Because I was taking an intentionally long time because I know how long he would take. That's not how that works. Jake was honestly so good at his timing. Make yourself unwelcome, yeah. Like honestly, he I don't know if he was practicing because he did so good. He genuinely has great comedic timing. Sorry about the stream being a bit pixely. I guess that's just my encoder settings. This is something I forgot to consider because remember, Piglin heads were a new addition, and I replaced the existing player Piglin heads there with the Minecraft ones. I didn't realize they were gonna change until I saw it. Now, I will say, Jake didn't have the texture pack enabled. His only viewing of the texture pack was through my stream. So he actually didn't know what was changed. So I tried my best to make it apparent what was changed and what wasn't changed. So when he says this, yes. That fourth wall break right there. Gross oversimplification of my character. Because remember, he's a ghost. He's in my head. He can say whatever he wants. Avengers Magma Cube Jack, who has already made him bidet, as we established. But I genuinely have no idea where he is. Anyway, now let's get to one of the best lines from the thing. So we did the reveal of the skin, which so the idea, of course, here is Stealth is wearing his normal skin, but because he's hallucinating, he thinks he's wearing a Jake skin. So canonically speaking, only Jake and Stealth can see this, but everyone else sees the normal one. One of us is gonna have to change, yeah. Ben is another great line here. If you're God, to send me to hell and I look around, oh wait, I'm already here. That was great. Genuinely speaking, that was improv for me. And then there's another bit here, which we'll see. Okay. So you'll notice that Marza and Gregory are fighting here. So originally this was supposed to be Duke, but that would have been a complicated process, and I'm already using most of the server in this stream. But the idea here is why we're having Marza and Gregory fight is because I want Stealth to be as stressed as possible, and I don't want anything to be going to plan. So we need to add some chaos here. I want more chaotic than there being a fight in the Bastion for Jake to you know, criticize Stealth for. And then there's this. Torment and Jack. Now, the funny thing here is if you watch the first bit of my perspective for the tournament, you know that there's a bit of an update on the Gregory Marza situation. Which, Cookies, I don't know if you've seen that. I don't know if you've seen that stuff. I feel like you're actual tormentor level. Yeah, I make him really traumatized. Honestly, Stealth's backstory was originally just he's a piglin, but I keep making it more sad. And I think right now, with what I have in my head, how it's gonna go, I've gone to a point where it's probably as far as it can go. I did not yet. Well, that's fine. It's genuinely just an Easter egg at the start. It's genuinely just a sign. Then we get to this moment here. Now, genuinely speaking, when this happened, I thought it was Jake. So I was like, is this just him comedically timing this? No, it was just an actual piglin spawning in. But yeah, that was funny. That's true. Yeah, even Reserver has great timing. But yeah, so and then we're gonna skip a little bit. We've seen Gas Jack. Most of this is just general, just us seeing stuff. Jake has some great Jake dialogue. Oh yeah, so when we go up here, just let it load for a second. Ads again. I thought I fixed it. There's supposed to be no pre-roll ads, Twitch. Just gonna wait. Dora, I'm just okay, you're back. Okay, cool. So this was just because I need to showcase the stuff. And genuinely speaking, I didn't know that Cell would have put in, that's okay. I didn't know that Cell put up the Jake heads in her house. So these are actually here. Those aren't in Self's head. That was funny. That's okay. Just a parallax having your head around. Many people do. Nice. All right. And then we're gonna go over here. So honestly, I was getting a bit lost because I didn't know where I was going. But eventually, we get to here. Now, something I will say is to make sure that no one broke character, we instructed everyone in the stream to mute Jake on Prox chat. We can't stop from seeing Jake, but they had to mute him. Because in case Jake accidentally said something really funny, because this is Jake we're talking about, he's genuinely the jester of the server. And come on, he has a bunch of bangers here. In case he accidentally said something funny, we didn't want them to break character and break the illusion. Which I think that's just a testament of how good Jake is. But we had to tell people to mute him. Now, I had no idea what this was going to be because I was assuming that we were going to have like a formal talk, but nope. Told you to invent those. So this bit here, that's just to establish that they can't see my outfit. But anyway, let's go another point in here. Where I want to say it's about over here. Look over here. Great Jake dialogue here. And then you'll notice something. Give it a second. Oh wait. And then you'll notice this. So you'll notice Jake hit me. They didn't see that because remember, they can't see Jake. So what they saw, because remember, we can't actually show this in Minecraft, but what they saw was me punching myself. When what I saw was Jake hitting me. So what this did here was this established that if I see Jake's doing something, at least Jake air quotes, that's really me doing it. Which might come into fruition later. I don't know. Maybe watch the start of the tournament part 1 of my perspective cookies. Might come into later, but we'll see. Yeah. But yeah, it's no, just me punching myself because of the Jake illusions. Now if we just go a bit further, this is just all the same. We go to Charm's house. And then there's the graffiti. Now something I will say, because this might come up later. Self is assuming, because the way his hallucinations work is it just adds Jake stuff everywhere. When he sees this graffiti, so basically, Stealth is assuming this is again a hallucination. He doesn't know the graffiti's actually there. He's just assuming it's in his head because no one in this stream, this is again originally someone was supposed to be like, oh yeah, the graffiti, but no one mentioned it. That's fine. Stealth doesn't know it's there. He thinks he's hallucinating it, which again, it's gonna come into a bit later. But we'll see. And then there's Luke and Leon. Come in. But yeah, there's the Jack Solano. Yeah, that one's just a little bit strange. That genuinely cracked me up so much. Just a little guy. But yeah, so again, this is more a bit of improv. I gave Kevin some tidbits of what to do here. Oh, oh, and then there's another thing. Give me a second. Now, genuinely speaking, when this happened, I thought this was Jake ringing the bell, but no, it was actually Luke. Like I genuinely thought that was gonna be Jake, but no, no, it was Luke. Then we get to another great part of the stream. This painting. Now, I'm assuming Kevin would describe what it actually was. Yeah. You should buy one. Declan racist. Or Kevin, yeah. You can hear, wait. But yeah, no, this is great. So here, this is genuinely me trying to get to the third floor because I don't know the layout of this house. So I'm just trying to find a way to the third floor, but I have no idea how to get there. And then there's the adorable Jake. LA Jack. Oh, I had to close the door there in case he fell out. Now, Kevin and Jake almost pretty much said that at the same time. And look. Which, you gotta remember, Kevin can't hear Jake. Kevin can't hear Jake at all. So, the fact that they somehow timed that was really funny to me. Yeah, Kevin and Jake have just been got a little bunch of similar brainwaves ever since they recently got matching tattoos, but yeah, like in real life. And Ben knows this room, the loft. I want to bleach my eyes. Yeah. Eventually, I got kicked out. Jake, great time in here. This might also come in later. Cookies. A little strange. And then there's this. That bit of improv here. So basically, at this point, we were gonna have a moment. This is gonna be where I was about to confess that I'm hallucinating Jake. But his AdSense were tingling. So we had to fill this. So I'm just trying not to say anything. But luckily I think they're aware of the ad. But yeah. This is great. I think there's another great line coming soon. It's just, the ads are gone. Because remember from the cell stream, Jake can't do math, but he can still count. And then we go over here, it's the sniffer. Yeah. I mean, this is the moment. Because you gotta remember, Keeping wouldn't be too happy with stuff. Self literally brought a lighter to the housewarming. Him not acknowledging he's on the player board. He hasn't seen the player board. Self has never seen the player board. Remember that. Granted, he will soon. Now, this wasn't in the script. So I was really hoping that eventually Jake would go run around there and I'd assume he'd be in the cell. Okay, cool. So around here, I'm hoping Jake got the idea. Luckily, luckily we got a B. For B that looks like Jake. No. And then there's a player board. Stuff you are on there. Yeah, I may be there. No. So cookies, you want to talk stuff that happened during the stream? Jay and Sal aren't supposed to be here. Like, genuinely speaking, Jay and Sal aren't supposed to be here. Yeah. So, genuinely speaking, Baber needed to record something on the prepack. And pretty much immediately, they got wrapped into lore. Why would it have been? I would have think it'd be funny if all the names were without Jay. Yeah, that would have been so annoying. BRB, I'll switch my phone. No worries. So I made this as quick of an interaction as I could, honestly. Just because there's a lot of people there, and I didn't want to spoil, I didn't want to accidentally go into any future lore stuff. But yeah, then we go into this. And then eventually Kevin takes us to Atlas. Then we continue this. Because, I mean, I'm assuming you've watched this stream. Gonna look when I'm on my phone, so I won't be able to chat. That's okay. So we go into the Atlas portion. So at this point, I was very stressed because I was like, oh no, all these people are here. We're not supposed to be here. I didn't want to accidentally spoil something. Ads again? Okay. Don't worry, there's nothing major happening here. That line of "who wants to hang out with you? They're gonna hang out with me." That was improv, but that was great. Genuinely, that was great. All right. And genuinely speaking, with all the stuff with all those people, I genuinely didn't notice Atlas leaving her house and ending up there. Like, genuinely speaking, I did not notice that. I mean, I can't blame you for it, yeah. Then they both sit down, and then we get to another funny moment here. We're just talking here. Then we just continue doing this. We're back, nice. Let's get to this funniest moment. Hold on. Internet. Then we go over here. And then Jake's just there. Because remember, Stealth thinks he's a piglin. And then that massive shush. And it's funny trying to figure out what's going on. That's fair, don't worry. Of all the introductions to the story, Reggie, you picked the weirdest one. And then there's that, we get the potion. Over here we get the invite. This is supposed to be done earlier, but you know what, that's fine. And genuinely speaking, it's about time to get to the end. Yeah, this is not a beginner friendly, Reggie, no. Yeah. He has rules. I don't get to wear a hat. And then over here was the ad centers again. If I just waited, because no one the ads to ruin the prereq. And I'm gonna play the prereq in full. Well, once we get to past this. Because again, I'm very proud of this prereq, so I'm gonna play it in full. We had to film this like 2 or 3 times, but it was great. In real life, Andrew and Jay are sitting in the top right just watching this, but they're not on camera, luckily. I'm about to JRPG there. Then we get this. The music is so fitting here. This makes me so happy every time. Yeah. We recorded this live, by the way. This dial. Well, this wasn't like done in post. Although back cut that you see when we go into replay, that's just because magma cubes were attacking and we edited that out. Yeah. Those pesky magma cubes. I think that was a pretty smooth transition. Oh, yeah, every day I wake up, I'm lonely as a man without love. Every day I up, ever have my heart out, lonely as a man without love. Every day I wake up, every time. Finish crazy self. What does that mean? I don't know. I mean, except I do. Except I do. And then that's all of Jake on the brain stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna cover anything else that happened because the tournament in itself, there's some minor bits I just recommend. Cookies, I don't know what perspectives you were watching, so I'll just like verbally say them rather than finding the point. I mean, I can show you the first bit if you want. I just gotta open up my Twitch, so give me a second. the first bit of stealth tease. Yeah, yeah. Just because I know where one of them is, so I can show you that one. I'm not gonna tell you what it means because that's a secret, Cookies, and I ain't spoiling it. But I'm gonna let you guess what that means. So I'm assuming you can see it, right? Yeah. So if we go over here, about, we start over here. Yep, I wonder what that means, Cookies. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Except I do know, but I can't tell you legally. Sir, Cookies, what, do you have any questions? I'm not gonna play anything more of this because honestly, this stream has gone an hour and a half. That's a pretty good amount of time. So that's all. But you have many. Go on and ask your questions. Ask your questions. Is Gregory a loyalist? I swear to God. I'll lose it. I can and that I don't know yet. Cookies, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. He could be a loyalist. He could be. If he is, I can't spoil that. Anything else? Anything else that you want to ask, Cookies? Oh, I'll have to put the jig back on. But let's go to this one. Yeah. Anything else that you want to ask? It's okay if you don't. How long is he gonna be insane for? Yes. 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 What do you mean? Stealth's perfectly sane. I don't know what you're talking about. Just because he occasionally goes into maniacal laughter and he occasionally sees Jake and he really hates that guy doesn't mean he's not like sane. Like, come on. But yeah, any more questions? Right now, this is just a Q&A bit. I'm gonna put this over here and be like, questions. He's just gonna straight up become as hateful as Jake. No, we don't know that, Cookies. We don't know. We don't know this. Cookies, am I correct to assume that you're about to go into lore discussions the second I end stream? People like, what the fuck? Any other lore streams this week? There's a lore stream today, actually. No. Yeah, there's a lore stream today. It's a J one. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything. Yeah, it's not, to my understanding, it's light lore. Wait, let me see what time it is. For you. I think you will be able to sleep personally. Is it not today? Yeah, Cookies. It's at 11:30 my time. So that's like, honestly, that's 10 hours from now. So it's in 10 hours. So if you sleep after the stream's done, you might be up for it. But in terms of other stuff on the calendar, so all lore is good lore. So yeah, on the calendar there isn't really anything until next Friday, but there is some discussion to doing some light lore before then. Like I said, the Risk of Rain thing, me and Leon do want to do that sometime next week. But you shouldn't expect too much, to be honest, until next Friday. I've been next Saturday, which Luke told you when the title reveal is, right? I think he did. Since it's really messed up and it may not be good lore depending on how it's handled. Yeah. So, and honestly, like if I do a stream next week, it's genuinely, it's gonna be like the lightest bit of lore. So you won't be missing much until part 2 of a tournament. But yeah, anyway, so there's definitely more. Again, I would watch tournament part 1, any of our perspectives. I get some charms lore in mind, so if you want charms lore. But I think I am going to end here. I need to go take a shower. I mean, I got to do some studying. But enjoy. If you have any questions, join the dungeon. Exclamation point. Dunn3. And yeah, it's great. We just know that cookies are going to go into the lore discussion. They'd be like, wait, Stealth fucking had to spray paint. What does this mean? Does this mean that Jake wrote the graffiti? But if Jake wrote the graffiti, did Stealth write the graffiti? Or is this someone else framing Stealth because they know about the insanity? Or is it just random? Does Bob just coincidentally have spray paint or something? Was it Bob who wrote it? Is Bob the loyalist? Dun 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 dun. Is Gregory a loyalist? I don't know. Those are my assumptions for Cookies Fairies. But anyway, I don't really know if there's anyone to raid. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone to raid today. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be streaming sometimes. Oh, whilst I'm here. Yeah, I have bad news. I'm not gonna continue streaming Assassin's Creed Mirage. I can't. I genuinely just can't. Because I need to finish that game and I just don't have that much time to play it. And by the time Friday comes around, because you gotta remember, Friday Spider-Man 2 comes around and I have to stream Tournament Part 2 in Spider-Man. So I still want to play it. Maybe after Spider-Man I'll continue playing it, but hey, I will be streaming it for a bit. Because I'm going to start Spider-Man 2 on stream. I don't know if I'll finish it. That really depends on how complicated my life is. But, you know, we'll see. But I promise you, Spider-Man 2 will be started on stream. I'll be playing a good amount of that on stream. The only reason Friday isn't fully Spider-Man 2 is because they have lore, and I'm needed for that. But yeah.